Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are getting it hot and spicy once again with a sex Q&A. Today I am just by myself. As you guys know, we are in quarantine. This is a lockdown, so this is gonna be a solo sex Q&A. So we are just gonna dive right into these questions on Instagram. As you guys know, nothing is off limits in the sex Q&A, and I'm here to help. So let's get to it. So I always like to say if a pattern is reoccurring in our lives, there's a reason, and usually we are the reason. So in turn, I think you should ask yourself, why are there reasons you might be being ghosted? So I think something similar to the last video that we did in the sex Q&A, we said, are you showing a full-length picture? Are you using a picture without a Snapchat filter? Are you like really showing yourself, or are you low-key playing catfish? So I think it's really important that you put a few different pictures up there so someone can really see you. Or maybe it's just like a personality thing and you're just, not matching with other people's personalities, and that's okay. Different people like different things. I think what it also can come down to is a lot of men and women just don't have the emotional maturity to come forward and tell someone, look, I think you're a great person, but you're not the person for me. And it's easier to be like an online gangsta and ghost someone. So there could be a few different reasons as to why the ghosting's going on, but just ask yourself first, is there anything that I might be doing? Like maybe putting up photos that alter me, that aren't really like me, or am I coming off too strong, or am I being vague? Sometimes you could be having questions with people and the other person isn't reciprocating, so it doesn't feel like they're interested. So first, I would always say look within and see if there's anything you think might be going on. If not, it could just be the emotional, mental maturity of the other person is not keeping up with you, and you just may be a little more mature than them, and that's okay. You're gonna find someone on your wavelength. You just gotta keep trying, don't stop, keep shooting your shot. So I personally love rough, crazy sex. I would say it's somewhere in like BDSM, but I wouldn't go like full, like I have like a dungeon and a swing. That would be great. If I had the money, I probably would. But I'm like, I'm pretty crazy. I like to be tossed around. I like handcuffs. I like whips. I like restraints. Actually, let's just put it at this. I'll try anything once or twice. Like anything. I'm very open-minded, and you can't judge. So try it once, try it twice. If you don't like it after the second time, it might not be for you, honey. So my type, I guess, if you ask my friends, they would say I have a type, which is tall, dark, and handsome, but I don't discriminate. I'm open to all races, heights, faces, genders. I just like to be a free spirit, but in the past, it seems like my type is rappers, scammers, and drug dealers. But we'll see where the future leads us. God f***ing willing. My whole life, I've just been really free sexually, so that was never like a thing for me. But in suggestion to anyone who's struggling with being naked in front of their significant other or their buddy or partner, whoever, I always say take some time alone to get naked in front of yourself, because it's usually something that you haven't embraced fully, and it's an insecurity that you have and not that your partner has. Your partner knows what you look like. They've seen you in the flesh. I think they can get an idea of what you look like naked. So if things are moving to that moment and things are going there, I'm pretty sure your partner is all in. It's really, it'd be shocking. I've never met someone who I slept with and then they were like, that, like, you know, where I had a negative reaction. They've signed up for it, they know what they're getting, unless you catfish them. But overall, I would say dance naked by yourself in the mirror. Just spend more time naked in front of a mirror and really look at yourself and give yourself some positive affirmations. Maybe like, I love my body is beautiful. And even if you don't believe it then, just keep repeating it to yourself, and over time, it'll really happen for you. I have positive affirmations all over my house, and as soon as I put them up and I say them and I see them, and every day it becomes a routine, the more and more that I see that in my life. So maybe write on your mirror some positive affirmations, but really that's a self-love journey that you want to work on and really get into loving yourself wholly inside and out. But like I said, if you're already in that zone with a partner, they already know what you look like. Just, you know, get to the nasty. As I get older and I've dated and had long-term, short-term relationships, I think stability is a huge thing for me. So someone who is a provider, wink wink. I'm not like a gold digger, but I definitely am very high maintenance. I love the bigger, more expensive things in life. So I want someone who maybe like doesn't even need to be like in my industry, but matches the hustle. Like, I'm always hustling, I'm always working. It's so important to me that whoever my partner is, they love what they do. Like, I would hate to have a partner who came home and complained about their job every day, complained about their work. I want them to really love what they're doing, or at least do it with a good attitude. So that's important to me. I think relationships should be built on foundations. I saw this one thing. I'm gonna pull it up. I would like a man with common values, and common values are adventure. I'm very adventurous. I want to travel the world. I love to go like hang gliding and like zip lining and all that fun stuff. So I want someone who's adventurous and wants to explore the world. Creative, curious, courageous, kind. They're grateful, loyal. They're part of their community. They like to give back. I never want to be with someone who was selfish and didn't like giving back. Someone who's a leader and honest. I value the truth and honesty more than anything in my life. If you even lie to me about the color of your underwear, like I won't even look at you in the face. Like, the day you lie to me is the day you never see my face again, period. Also, authenticity, humor, growth, and compassion. So I really want someone who's open to growing. In life, you never stop growing. And I think we constantly need to not only relearn our friends and regrow our friendships and our partnerships and family ships and all that stuff, but we are a different person than we were yesterday, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. So it's important to keep growing and exploring and relearning and unlearning and all that fun stuff. So those are common values that I really look for in a guy, and someone who just treats me like a queen. I'm a high maintenance bitch. I need proper care for. I can help other people with their relationships and all that good stuff. But when I can't flirt. Like, I can do sexy, I can do sex, like I could seduce any guy. If I wanted to sleep with someone, a girl, whoever, like I can do it. But when it comes to like flirting and dating, I'm like a potato. Like, I literally, like, I suck. Like, I don't know how to flirt. Like, if I like never talk to guys, so if I'm talking to someone, it's like a big deal. And 9 times out of 10, like, I probably called 3 friends to like check all my answers because I'm so fucking nervous. Like, I'm actually secretly a little shy girl, and I get shy sometimes, believe it or not. But in general, a couple tips for flirting and dating. I think you should always go to somewhere where you'd like to have a common interest. So if you're into books, maybe go to a library. If you like cats, go to a cat cafe. If you like Disneyland, go to Disneyland. Someone with a common interest, so go to somewhere where you want to meet someone who likes or does what you do. So then here we go. You're just gonna need to be a bad bitch, bad boy, bad whatever, and we're just gonna need to come in, you're just gonna need to spice it up. So in my life, I have asked guys out. It takes a lot of courage, and I've never asked a girl out though. I am bisexual, but I've never dated a girl. I've only slept with them. So, but as a woman myself, what I would do and what I would like is if someone just confidently came up to me and said, hey, I think you have a beautiful smile. I would love to get your number and possibly take you out sometime. It's clean, it's simple, it doesn't feel dirty, it doesn't feel like you're like, hey, sexy, you know what I mean? You wanna be flattering without being too much. And if that person says no, you need to give them the space to say no. You know, you don't need to add one like, well, if you don't wanna go, you know, let them be like, yes, I'd love that. Thank you so much. Here's my number. Or if they say, no, I have a boyfriend, or no, I'm seeing someone, you know, then just be like, okay, thank you. Keep shooting your shot. Fun fact, I like weirdly always get hit on at the gas station. And so I'll always be like, oh, I have a boyfriend. And I always tell the guy though, like, keep shooting your shot though, because one day some girl is gonna be so happy that you walked up to her and hit on her. Of course, I only say that to the guys that are like respectfully hitting on me. The dog guys, like I don't even give them the time of day. So, yeah, just go up, be direct, be confident, pull it out of yourself. Confidence is key. People smell fear. So if you're confident and you believe it, so will everyone else. Unfortunately, sometimes we are put in these positions where it is hard to say no. And what I'm about to say, I can say this, but you ultimately have to believe it. And if you don't want to do something, you shouldn't be afraid to say no. So if anybody ever tells you or tries to force you into doing something that you don't want, they're just a trash person. Like literally, you don't need someone who doesn't respect you or your boundaries. Boundaries are there for a reason, for you to feel safe. I don't care if you guys are getting down and you guys both get naked and things start getting wild. If you are both naked and things are getting hot and heavy and all of a sudden you decide this isn't what I want anymore and you communicate that, then that's something that someone should respect. And it's just gonna all go back to, if you say no, first of all, you should never be with someone who puts you in the position of you feeling nervous that you should say no. So if you're around someone who makes you feel like you can't say no, they're probably a trash person and you need to thank you next them. Bye. I'm not gonna lie, I've had sex. Now in my life, I've had sex with more guys than girls, but a majority of my life, I had more sex with girls than guys. So I don't really like discriminate, you know? It's just like a feeling that I get, and if it's hot and it's heavy and it's on, let's do it, let's pop in. I think the reason why I don't have sex with too many girls is because I'm a femme who's into femme, and if you don't know what that means, I'm basically, outwardly, if you looked at me, you would think I'm a straight girl. I'm very feminine, that's the tea. Girly girls being into girly girls. It's like weird in the lesbian LGBT community. Usually you don't see femmes with femmes. And, you know, I sometimes feel like I need to wear a shirt on it that says like, I'm bisexual. Please talk to me, girls. I've been trying to like reach out to more girls lately. I feel like I definitely need more feminine energy in my life. So I am looking for a lady friend, casual encounter, we'll see. But it's just, I don't know, it's harder for me. You think living in LA, it wouldn't be, but you know, your girl struggles too. I think maybe I need to start just like wearing a shirt that says I'm gay on it. We'll see. But I like what I like. You might not like my answer, but there's not really like difference besides like genitalia. Sex is essentially like supposed to be you both having orgasm and a climax and a sexual pleasure. And you know, like, it's the 20th century, whatever it is, and there's all kinds of sex toys out there, and there's all type of sexual communities where you can experiment and really see what you like out there. So to be honest, like, pleasure is pleasure, and I don't really think it's different with a girl or a guy, for me at least, because I'm bisexual. If you ask someone straight or someone fully gay, then maybe they might have a different answer, but for me, I just see it as pleasure is pleasure, and there's not really anything different than genitalia. If you want to shave, you can shave. If you don't want to shave, you don't have to shave. I think we're definitely in a society where in the media right now, they portray women as should be hairless, no hair on their legs, their arms, their vaginas, nothing. But hair is natural, and some of us grow thicker hair, and some of us grow thinner hair, or more hair, or less hair, and it's more thick. Everyone's bodies are so different. And if you're with a partner that loves you for you, then it shouldn't be a big deal. So if you're someone that wants to grow a big bush, then you can find yourself a partner that's gonna love your big bush. You know what I mean? Some guys are really into that. Everyone has different sexual preferences. So I think if having a bush is important to you, or not shaving your legs, or not shaving your armpits, then definitely stay true to who you are. If that's that's the wave you want to ride, it, you know what I mean? And if you want to shave your entire body, that's okay too, but you definitely shouldn't feel pressure to shave if you don't want to. My first fucking love. Okay. My first love, it was very passionate and intense, but also very manipulative and controlling. And I think there was a lot of love there, but it was also coming from being in fear and in control. So the situation started off like healthy and great, and then things just 180. You think you know a person, and then they start acting weird, and you know, it happens. So in my heart, I cherish the good moments, and I try not to think about the bad ones. I'm at peace with that situation, and I forgive that person, whether they know it or not, but I just try to think about like the good things. I honestly don't try to think about it at all, but it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Okay, so I know that wasn't really a question, but I'm hearing you're feeling insecure about being a virgin, and you feel like you don't really, know things. So let's dive into that. I've said in a previous video, losing your virginity is so different to everyone. Some people it's really special and they want it to be something they remember forever. Some people want to rip the band-aid and get it over with, and I was personally a person that wanted to like rip it off and get it over with and just be like, to me, the way I grew up and the way I learned about sex, it wasn't really something special. Versus I had other friends that were like, had been with their boyfriends of like 4 years and were like, I think I'm gonna finally give them my virginity. And each is right. I would say if you think you're ready and you wanna do it but you're just nervous, then pull off the band-aid. If you wanna do it but you don't know if you're ready or you're still questioning it, then just wait. But sex you can learn about in so many different ways, thank you to the internet. You asked this question, so I know you have a phone capability. There is so many sex podcasts out there. There is sex YouTube videos and Q&As like this. There are, you could always watch porn, and I think there's a debate there that porn isn't realistic and that it gives you expectations to live up to. But there is like amateur porn that you can go on to. So if you want to go to like Pornhub or like whatever porn site, and you can look up specific porn so that you're not really throwing yourself into like an orgy on your first porn. You know what I mean? Get realistic with yourself, use keywords, but it's definitely, there's nothing wrong or shameful about learning the sex via the internet or your friends. Don't like, you know, to me, I get shocked when people tell me that they don't talk about sex with their friends. I think that's so weird because I feel like all me and my friends do is talk about sex. So I definitely think having a friend or two in your life that you can talk about sex with that's already had sex or maybe shares the same insecurities with you is nice. So reaching out to a friend. With the internet, there's so many different resources, and like I said, there's nothing shameful about sex or exploring your body or learning and gaining new information. I mean, the beautiful thing about sex is it can be anything you want to be, with anyone you want to be. You can explore fantasies, and you know, while you're young, just have fun, have sex. So off the bat, definitely the guy will accept you and love you. Like I said earlier, the person you are dating or going out with or about to sleep with have seen you. They know what you look like. If they're still there in that moment, they are in it to win it, you know. They're having sex, there's a lot going on. And usually like the weird shit that you think like in your head you're insecure about, men are like, oh yeah, give it to me. Like if you, like, you know what I mean? Men don't care. It's like, if they're there, they're there. They want it. They'll take it. You know what I mean? It's natural though to feel that way. There's nothing weird or wrong about feeling that way. A lot of people have different insecurities, and sometimes loose skin can be an insecurity. Actually, after Revenge Body, when I had lost a ton of weight in my boobs, I had been sleeping with this guy. Well, not this guy, my ex-boyfriend. My boyfriend at the time, but not my boyfriend now. So we were sleeping together, and he noticed a huge change in my boobs, and he was like, what happened? And I know he didn't mean to say it like that, but definitely like I had noticed a change, and so him noticing the change too caught me off guard. But it wasn't like he was complaining, he just hadn't seen me in such a long time, and he was like, wanted to know what went on. So there can be that insecurity, but definitely if you're in that position, then it shouldn't be something you think about. They've seen your body, they know what's up. Also, if you're online dating, like I said, throw up multiple pictures, show a picture of your whole body, because if you don't show a whole picture of your body, and I'm gonna be realistic, there's guys out there that don't wanna date plus size women, you could set yourself up for failure, you know? So being transparent, not trying to hide and conceal things, but you know, there's nothing wrong with some back rolls and some cellulite. I'm telling you right now, the older you get, the more or the less men care, and you know, they're in it just for you because they think you're hot and you're spicy. So let's get it on. So if you're feeling insecure, I would go back to what I said earlier about looking at yourself in the mirror naked, embracing your body, touching yourself, touching your neck, your rolls, your back, your stomach, and just really being more secure, putting up those positive affirmations around your house, those daily reminders. That'll really all help with your self-esteem so you can be super confident when you go to bed. But like I said, if you're already in bed together, I'm assuming he already knows what you look like, so you might as well wear that confidence and just be like, I'm here and I'm here to slay and take your soul. That is all the time we have for questions today. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and thank you guys so much for submitting your questions on Instagram. I'm sorry I couldn't do more, but we will definitely have more sex Q&As coming down the pipeline. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions for the next video, or if you have any thoughts or ideas of videos you want to see. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all for the next video. Stay safe, stay sexy.